Your boy, Shonen Boy here today. I'm here today to review the latest chapter of One Piece, chapter 1074, Mark 3. So let's get straight into this chapter. So the cover page for this chapter is Caesar, Judge, and also Queen, and they're all battling it out to see who will be number 2, most intelligent, because, Dr. Vegapunk is the most intelligent out of all of them, and they're trying to fight it out to see who will be, better than the other one. And we see, Judge is trying to stab Caesar with his spear, and we see, Caesar has his devil fruit, and Queen is trying to, fight them as well, and he is growing bigger in size, and yeah. So moving on to the next part of the chapter, we see the lab, and we see one of the PXs, the PX Mark III, that we'll get into very soon, and we see the government agents, and they're trying to battle this PX, and he shoots a bazooka at it, and he uses the bazooka to shoot a bullet at it, and the PX blocks it with a bubble shield, and the government agents are like, aren't the PXs supposed to be on our side? Because, this one's rebelling against us. Like, what's going on here? They're supposed to be on our side. And these PXs are very unique because they are the Mark III PXs. And they have, they're the upgraded version of the Pacifista. And they all have different, abilities and everything like that. And they don't just have the lasers like the Pacifistas have, and they're just the robots. These ones are more like androids, I guess you could say, where they have special abilities. They also have the lasers, but they also have this bubble shield, and I'm assuming they have all these other technological advancements than the other pacifistas that we see at Marineford. And it's been 2 or more years since Marineford and what happened there, so they've had time to upgrade the pacifistas, and yeah. So the government agents are, trying to, fight this pacifista, and the pacifista is trying to, take down the government agents, and and because the government agents are attacking the pacifista because it attacked them. So yeah. So we see that he can basically glorp this bubble shield onto his fist, and he can move it around and sort of control this bubble shield. I'm assuming this is part of Kuma's devil fruit, because they're all based on Kuma, all these pacifistas, and they must have a variation of his devil fruit, or an artificial variation of his devil fruit, or this bubble shield might be a whole new thing. I just don't know. So yeah. So the pacifista attacks them, and he's attacking all the all the government agents, and we also see that Sentomaru has regained consciousness now, and he basically goes rogue. He basically betrays the Marines, and he's like, screw this all. I was on my day off, and now I have to help out Vegapunk because the government is trying to kill Vegapunk, and he took me in, and he raised me and everything like that, so I have to repay him back, and I guess I'll have to go against the Marines. So yeah, so he is going to be, I guess, an ally. So he's going to join, us, the Straw Hats, and also the and Vegapunk, and trying to save Vegapunk from the government. So yeah. So all the other little scientists are trying to help Sentomaru, and they're trying to bandage him up and everything like that, and the government is trying to contact him because they still think that he is on their side. So yeah. I don't know what's going to happen when, Kizaru gets to the island, and if, Kizaru sees, Sentomaru helping out the Straw Hats, if, Sentomaru will betray, Kizaru. We'll have to wait and see, but Kizaru is still coming with, with one of the Gorosei, Saint, Charles, not Saint Charles, Saint, Saint J. Ghana Gozia, yeah, that's how you say his name. Yeah. And he says to the other pacifistas, all the Mark 3s, to go out and protect your creator, Dr. Vegapunk, and he releases all of the all the Mark 3s, and there's apparently 50 of them, and that's pretty scary, because these are the upgraded versions of the pacifistas. So I'm assuming that they're really they're way more powerful than the pacifistas that we saw in Marineford, and they all have these special abilities and everything like that. And so them all walking around trying to help out the Straw Hats and Vegapunk, and they're all underneath the control of Sentomaru. That's going to be very helpful to the Straw Hats and Vegapunk to get off this island, and it, sort of the stage is sort of set for this big battle to sort of happen with the Marines and also these pacifistas. I don't know if Kizaru has an authority chip that can override, Sentomaru. We'll have to wait and see, but we'll just have to wait and see if he has like an authority chip to override these pacifistas from Sentomaru. He might not, who knows? But we'll have to wait and see. But at the same time, I think if the Seraphim get involved and with this big battle that's going to happen very soon, the Gorosei member can just negate Sentomaru's authority, and now the Seraphim would be under his control. So yeah. So they might get a hold of the Seraphim, and that might be the whole sort of twist where the Marines get the Seraphim, and the Seraphim have to verse these pacifistas and the Straw Hats and Sentomaru and also Vegapunk, and they're trying to get off the island, and they're trying to also battle the Marines that are coming to fight them. So yeah. That might happen. I don't know. So yeah. So moving on, we see Sentomaru, give the order to protect, Vegapunk, and to, fight the government agents that are on this island. And you see all these, pacifistas going out, and they're pretty big. They're pretty big pacifistas. And yeah. Then we see Luffy and the Straw Hats, and they are with the other Vegapunks, and they're all in this one room. And they're trapped in this room because the dome is up, and it is turned on them. And if they try to leave, they'll be lasered, and they will basically I wouldn't say they'll get injured. I don't think they will die from being lasered or anything like that. But these lasers are very strong, and they'll get very injured if they go outside the dome that is up right now. And Shaka is explaining this to them, and we see all the different Vegapunks and everything like that. And we also see Luffy has he was running around the lab trying to find Dr. Vegapunk, and he destroyed his boots. And he sees Shaka, and he's just like, well, why didn't you tell me that you found Bonnie? And Bonnie apparently is okay, she's fine, but Shaka doesn't really give a shit about Bonnie. He's more like, we need to find Dr. Vegapunk, we need to find the stellar body. And yeah. And we see, Chopper, and he's like sort of flying around with his new boots, and he looks kind of cute. And yeah. And then this color page spread, not color page, I mean double page spread is very, there's a lot of things going on in this double page spread. We get to see all the Vegapunks, and York is a lot bigger than I thought she was. Like, the first thing I saw when I saw this cover page was like, York is a lot bigger than I thought she was. She is like as tall as Atlas. And Atlas is fine now. She is rebuilt, and Shaka is explaining, what has happened to the dome, and how it's turned on them, and they can't really leave the lab until they turn off the dome and they turn off the lasers and everything like that. And Brook and also Zoro have changed outfits, and also Stussy has changed outfits as well, and she looking fine. Like, oh my god, Stussy. I don't like the boots. I will admit that the Mega Man boots, I do not like those boots. But the top half, like with Stussy with the thong and the combination of like Robin and also and Robin and also Nami's like outfit together, and it looks really cool. I really like Stussy's outfit. Zoro's outfit looks pretty cool. He has like a jacket on and he has his swords on his back and he looks really cool. And also Brook has like this like space helmet on, and it's covering his afro, and he's got like this like sort of like jumpsuit on, and it looks Brook looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah. And so they're trying to figure out how they're going to get out of here, and they all got their, they're all about to split up and look for Dr. Vegapunk and look for ways to get the dome, down. And we also see Nami is trying to step on Rob Lucci for some reason. I don't know why. And Robin's trying to make sure that Nami doesn't get hurt, because they're unconscious right now. But if one of them wakes up, but they have got Sea Prism Stone, if I remember correctly. So yeah. So moving on, then we see they all sort of split up into their own different groups, and they're going to adventure around the lab, and they're going to find Bonnie and also Dr. Vegapunk, and also trying to find the main power source to the dome and get that down. So that's basically the mission that the Straw Hats are on, and Sanji is going to go with he's going to go with Stussy, and he's sort of like, he's like, oh, Stussy, I'll come with you because, you're hot and everything. So, yeah. So, Sanji's going to go with Stussy, and Nami is going to go with them as well. And, so, they all sort of like split up, and Zoro and Luffy stay behind and watch over Kaku and also Lucci, because they don't want Zoro to get lost, because Zoro was gonna go with them, but Sanji and Robin are like, no, don't go with us. You're gonna get lost, and we don't want to. Have to go out and find you. Just stay here with Luffy and watch over Rob, Lucci, and Kaku here. And I just love how Sanji's is like, no, you can't come with us, and Robin's like, just be a doll and stay here, okay? Just be a deer, okay? And it's like, okay, whatever. So yeah, so they all split up, and they're going to adventure around the lab and trying to find Dr. Vegapunk, and where he's gone and where Bonnie is gone, and how to get the lab down. So yeah. And then we see Dr. Vegapunk, and he's with Bonnie, and they have been transported to Kuma's sort of like memory world, I guess you could say, or his like memories, and Kuma is crying, and there's some like silhouetted people trying to attack Kuma for some reason, and they're trying to get him to go back inside, and they're trying to I guess bully him to get back inside, and we see that the Bonnie is looking at these, these people that are, hurting Kuma, and he says, like, if I go back in there, I'll just die anyways. And so we don't get the full story of, Kuma's sort of upbringing and where he sort of came from. But we can see these silhouetted people, and they're trying to hurt Kuma for some reason. And we also see the, I think these are like the Celestial Dragons, because they kind of look the Celestial Dragons, these silhouetted people, and they're trying to get Kuma back inside for some reason, but we don't get the full story about Kuma. And Bonnie goes out of the bubble, and she is she wants to find out more about her father's past and what happened to him and how he got to this state. So yeah. So, and Kuma's still, sort of, grabbing the wall, and he's still trying to, get to Marijois, I'm assuming. So, yeah. And then we see I think his name's Edison. I could be wrong, but it's the one of the Vegapunks, and he's like the robot dude, Punk 4, and he is in one of the other buildings, part of the lab, and I think he's going to try to shut down the dome, and also trying to shut down the Seraphim, and get them to stay on their side, because if they go to the Marine side, that's a bad thing, and they don't want that. So yeah. So then Bonnie is trying to she wants to go back into the bubble and find out more about her father, and an explosion happens where the Vegapunk is, and something happened to him, and an explosion happened for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah. Then we go away from from Egghead Island, and we check in with Big News Morgans, and he is and he's reporting about the story about, Luffy taking Vegapunk hostage, and he is, helping Dr. Vegapunk, and the Marines are trying to assassinate him, and he's trying to make a story about it. And yeah. And then the last part of the chapter is Vivi, and she is apparently fine. She is with Big News Morgans and also Warple, and they're all and Vivi is telling Big News Morgans, Luffy would never do that. He would never take Vegapunk hostage. How dare you say that about Luffy? Because he's trying to spin how Luffy's like the bad guy and the Marines are the good guys here. And he's trying to make a story to paint Luffy in this bad light, and Vivi's just like, how dare you do that? So yeah, it's very funny. And I don't really know how this came to sort of be, why, Vivi is with Big News Morgans, and also, Warple is with them as well. They were at the revelry, so I'm assuming, Cobra is not with them. Vivi's dad, he's probably dead, because they do say in this chapter, Vivi was sobbing the last day, so I'm not too sure if this is, the timeline is now, or if this was before the timeline. I guess this was now, I guess you could say. But yeah, so something's happened to Cobra. He's probably dead. So Vivi has not been captured by Eam. I thought that she would be captured by Eam, and we'd have to go on a whole Vivi's save arc, where we'd have to save Vivi from Eam, but I guess not. She is fine. I don't really know what Vivi's going to do from here on out. She might somehow join the Straw Hats. I don't really know at some point, but I don't think she can go back to Alabaster at this point. So we'll have to wait and see, what Vivi's going to do with herself. And Warple is there, but I don't really give a shit about Warple. So yeah. And I don't think there's a break next week. That doesn't really say here, but there's no break next week, I'm assuming. And yeah, and I love Big News Morgans. He says like, my stories shock the world. I can make whatever I want, or whatever news I want, and everyone will be like very shocked. And news, and I love this line. It says, besides the news, it's not about fact or fiction, it's about entertainment. And yeah, so Big News Morgans just doesn't really care about fact or fiction. He cares about entertaining his and the people around the One Piece world with his stories about what's going on in the world. And yeah. So that is the chapter in a nutshell. I basically went over everything. This is more of a setup chapter than something shocking happened like last week's chapter with the Gorosei member coming to Egghead Island. But this was a good setup chapter to set the stage, and and set up what's going on, and with the Straw Hats and Dr. Vegapunk, and also Bonnie seeing the the flashback of Kuma, and the Marines are coming to Egghead Island, and all the pacifistas Mark III are, coming online, and they're going to help the, Vegapunk to protect him, and the Seraphim might change sides depending on who has the authority to, command the Seraphim. And yeah. So it's going to be very interesting the next couple of chapters when the Marines come and attack Egghead Island, and in this big battle that's going to happen. It's going to be very interesting. But this chapter was all good. I'd give this a good solid 7 out of 10. It was a good chapter. It was a good setup chapter, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah. But anyways, this is your boy, Shonen Boys, signing out. Like, comment, and subscribe. What do you think about this chapter? What do you think Vivi's going to do? Is she going to go to the Straw Hats, or is she going to go back to Alabasta? Is she going to do something else? What do you think Bonnie's going to do? Is she going to go back inside the memory and find out more about her father? And where do you think Vegapunk went? He's still missing. And yeah. And what do you think about the Straw Hats' new outfits? Zoro's new outfit and everything like that. Just anything about the chapter, put in the comments down below. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later, and have an awesome day.